I just made you think about Intel Arc for the first time in ages, because let's be honest, nowadays you only really hear about them when a big new driver drops and we get to see exactly how much Intel managed to improve their performance this time. And that got me thinking, how much has actually changed? Let's actually test some of the games we usually talk about on this very channel and see exactly how much has changed since the very first drivers all the way until now. And while the results are very mixed. Starting of course with Cyberpunk 2077, we do see some small differences, though nothing too dramatic. Though of course we all know that, for better or worse, in 2024, native performance is just part of the equation. With XeSS on, we see, well, again, almost no differences there. Though that does kind of make sense, seeing how XeSS updates are kind of its own separate thing. And Ray Trace, we once again see some improvements here or there, but again, nothing too massive or actually meaningful. If you want to see meaningful improvements, look no further than Rainbow Six Siege, which is interesting because it allows you to test both in DirectX and Vulkan. And wow, what on earth happened here? Not only is Vulkan already much better on Intel Arc than DirectX, but the performance also sees some major uplift between the oldest and newest drivers. However, then when we make our way to Shadow Tomb Raider, that's when things get really weird. It's a good example because it allows you to compare both DirectX 11 and 12 performance. However, not only is the performance of the former here completely atrocious, it's somehow even worse on the latest set of drivers. Like, what? I'm sorry, what is going on here, Intel? And the story remains pretty much the same for Ray Traced as well. Meaning that overall we see changes go from very noticeable bumps in FPS to literally worse performance depending on the title and settings. Then there's other games as well, for example Formula 1, which went from not wanting to launch at all, though hey, at least that provided us with an actual written explanation as to why it won't launch, much better than Company of Heroes 2, which we couldn't get running on both old and new Intel drivers, so that's definitely fun. So clearly Team Blue still has a lot of work to do with still plenty of very weird behavior, but what has been your experience with Intel Arc so far if you use it? Or are you planning on getting it yourself? Let me know down in the comments below, and maybe also check out our Patreon, because even a single $1 a month truly goes a long way. Plus huge thanks to Gavin Burns, Justin Rage, Ella Vroniak, Dev Panda, Nasco with Kane, Barlish Roka, Patrick Harrison, Nil Pseudonym, Meg Sumner, Shane Allcroft, Lansby, and Level Up. But anyway, that's about it, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then remember to subscribe, like, whatever, and I'll see you all in whatever I make next. Goodbye everyone. Goodbye.